Hi everyone, for my final last assignment, I'm posting a video reflecting my final thoughts on what I've learned in EDM310, and it's composed of 6 main thoughts. What I've learned, what I've not learned, what I want to take with me, what I'll abandon, what I want to use, what I liked, and what I disliked. From day one in EDM310, I was completely overwhelmed, and I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. It started out, we get these emails from Dr. Strange saying, 9 hours a week, 9 hours a week. If you can't devote 9 hours a week, you can't take this class. So I obviously, freaked out thinking, how am I going to be able to do this class? I wanted to quit and I thought it was impossible, but I was completely wrong. Because here I am now doing my final project, and it's, a bittersweet feeling. To start off, what I've learned smartboard technology, how to do podcasts, personal learning networks, Glogster, Twitter, blogging, using my Mac efficiently, Google products, how to use YouTube, Screener, and much more. I've learned to be an eternal learner and to not just memorize facts and information. I have a much more open mind on methods of education after EDM 310. What I didn't learn was, useless facts, nor was I taught to just regurgitate information. I wasn't taught what was typical to be learned in a technology class like Word documents and Excel, which we've been taught millions of times in, middle school and high school. I definitely didn't learn how to fake work because in EDM 310 you will be called out if you aren't doing quality work. At one point, I got lazy on a blog post and I was basically called out. I realized that I didn't give quality work for a blog post, and then I know that I'm not going to learn or become a better student by that. And my blog posts improved much better after that. So thank you, EDN 310 lab assistants, for pointing that out to me. What I want to take with me, a new approach to learning is definitely a big thing because EDN 310 has definitely been a new approach to learning with technology. I want to take, my organized PLN, which helps guide me in many directions. And I want to take with me an idea that I know I can make it through any class from now on. I definitely want to take with me my new rule of no more procrastination. I've been an awful procrastinator. All of my college in EDN 310 has definitely taught me not to procrastinate because you only have a week to get all of your work done. What I want to abandon is definitely burp back education. I've had so many useless classes that just teach you to learn and memorize facts that you'll only remember for a short period of time and will never use, which is completely useless. I will abandon having a closed mind. I will abandon my fear of failing a class because this has been one of the hardest classes, and from day one I was nervous that I was going to fail, and like I said, I'm here now, so I know that I've passed the class. Um, what I want to use in the future, I definitely want to use podcasts and iTunes, and iTunes U. I got to do a project on iTunes U, and the videos and podcasts that are available on iTunes U is ridiculous. There's so much, and there's so many resources available through iTunes U for teachers to use. I definitely want to use Glogster more. I did my final project on Glogster, and it's a really cool tool for interactive posters, and I know that kids would love that. I still want to continue using YouTube and Screener and my blog, and one day I would eventually love to have a class blog because I could seriously tell how much the kids really liked having that blog and sharing their information with their family and friends and people all across the world. And you could also see how much the parents enjoyed actually kind of being interacted with the kids' classroom and being able to see what goes on. What I liked in EDM 310 is that this class was entirely different from any other one that I've ever taken. In the end, I somewhat liked that it scared me half to death because it made me want to pass it even more. I wasn't bored at all in this class with all the new material each week. I was able to show my mom some of the technology tools that we learned. She hadn't even heard of some of them that we got to do through the semester, and she's an elementary teacher herself. I like that I was able to use my MacBook efficiently. There's a lot of things in my MacBook that I had never, you know, been able to use before, and I loved using my iMovie, especially for making the book trailers. That was one of my favorite parts. I like that all of the EDM3 staff was so helpful to us with any problem we had, and I had millions the first week, so thank you very much. Y'all couldn't have been more helpful. What I disliked. In the beginning, I disliked being terrified of a class the first 2 weeks of school, but now I see why Dr. Strange made it out to be that way, and I appreciate that because it helped me be a better student and helped me, want to pass the class. Of course, I didn't like the amount of time that we had to spend in this class, which I'm sure is the biggest dislike of the class by far, but it was, time well spent from what I've learned. I think that, having to spend a lot of time on one subject also helped me to use my time efficiently. EDM310 has been a very tough class for me, but I've learned so much, and I don't think I've been a bit prepared to teach with technology if it weren't for EDM310. I know now that I am completely technologically literate, and can give children knowledge at their fingertips. I've enjoyed EDM310 because it's been such a different class, and I've learned more information and material in this class than I have in any other class the past 2 years I've been at the University of South Alabama. EDM310 has changed me into a much better student in all of my classes, and it's taught me not to procrastinate and use my time wisely. There were many Sunday afternoons at the beginning of the semester of EDM310 that I was cramming to finish my 9 hours of work into one day. And, that was never a good feeling. And, once I started working on my assignments, the beginning of the week, the work would become, not as difficult and to where it was actually enjoyable if I just, spaced my time out. And, I got used to that and did better. So, thank you again, Dr. Strange, for being an inspiration to all future educators and myself. You have a great desire to see the ways of education change, and you've shown me and convinced me how much they need to. Thank you to all the EDM310 staff for a great class and a wonderful learning experience.